welcome back to
Bunso Bites.
I'm your host, Ami43.
And I'm your co-host, Shiggy.
Hi, Tiki.
Hi, Ami.
You want to break the news?
I mean, I think they already know.
Oh, you're holding it with your left hand.
Yeah.
We're married!
Yay!
We did it. We did the thing.
Yes.
Ta-ta!
Ta-da!
We got married. And yeah, we're Mr. and Mrs. now. We got married. You guys know we had our kind of like our wedding planning episode last week, and then this past week we got married. So, yeah, it's official.
It is. Very official.
It has been a very surreal week. I mean, everything about it was kind of pretty much like after. Once everyone kind of started showing up, it was like, oh, okay, everyone's here, like, you know, and we were very fortunate. We had a lot of people who were very, very kind and gracious and like flew in and drove in. They traveled very, very long distances to join us on our wedding day, which was really, really nice. And yeah, so we just kind of thought, we're like, let's just do a play-by-play. I'm still reeling. I don't know how you feel. I'm
good.
In a good way, yes.
Yeah,
but
I'm
still, good. Like, I'm still emotionally high for sure. Because it has been such a full week. It's not even a week. I can't even say it's a weekend. It was a whole wedding week, to be honest. But yeah, so starting kind of like early middle last week, people started coming in. So like we were making lots of trips to and from the airport, lots of trips, you know, picking up and coordinating rides to places and things. And then on what day? I'm confused. One of the days we picked up flowers, and
That was Wednesday.
And then Wednesday we picked up flowers. Thursday was rehearsal dinner or like rehearsal. So, and actually Wednesday night was the night that Mo came in. So my maid of honor flew in late Wednesday night. I picked her from the airport. It was after picking up flowers. With my uncle who was our florist for the wedding. And then it was just kind of like it was kind of like go from there. Oh, was it Wednesday night that we dropped off stuff at the venue?
Yes.
It was. So Wednesday night we had, which was very, very kind and gracious of our venue. Not only did they let us drop off stuff early to kind of like pre-set up, they didn't have any other events prior to our, at least, you know, the last week before our wedding. So the venue coordinator contacted me. She's like, hey, if you know, when you're ready to drop off stuff. And not only did we had to change the day that it happened, but also the time twice, because we also coordinated with our photo booth person so that he could set up that night.
Right.
So Chiggy, myself, and our photo booth, who was one of your groomsmen, went Wednesday night to essentially like drop off things that, like, you know, we didn't want to have to bring day of. That included like the favors and the gifts for the sponsors and the photo booth and just like all of our like little chotskis. So we used to add to the centerpieces. Our venue did take care of the centerpieces and decorations, but we added kind of our own little spin or twist.
Right.
So for me, we bought the set of the Disney storybook, Disney Princess storybook. So it was like a set of 8, I think.
Yes, 8.
Set of 8. And we have that unboxing video somewhere. We unboxed that like early last year. And we added that to like half the tables, or a little less than half, and then to the other tables, you used
Pokeball tins.
Pokeball tins.
Yeah.
Which we had been collecting over at least the course of like 2 years. Why are you pouting?
Because they're gone now.
We have the one that matters. Well, it was kind of one of those situations where people had already taken them home, and then when other people were asking me if they could take it home, excuse me, I didn't have a heart to say no, because I was like, other people already took it home. And then I also didn't know how we were going to take it home, because our car was already getting filled up with other things. So, yeah. We will have many more Pokeball tins in the future. It's not like
it took me a while to find all of those too.
I'm sorry.
because I had one of every single one that came out,
Yes.
and then now it's all gone except for one.
The one that matters.
Sure.
No, you have two. You have the one that you're gonna supposedly propose with.
Oh, that's not even a Pokeball tin.
Oh, it's not a tin, but
It's
it's
not.
yeah. And then we have one tin that was the love ball.
Yeah.
That I don't know if you put it or Sharon put it on our
I had asked her to put it on our table.
on our table. Okay.
Because she was like, I have one left over. And I was like, yeah, that goes on the head table.
Gotcha. Okay. Honestly, I just kind of dumped it all in the box when we were setting that up. So, yeah, so all that stuff was brought to the venue Wednesday night. And then Thursday was rehearsal day. So Thursday for the most...
Whoa. Hold up.
What?
We need to go back to...
We're jumping all over the place, sorry.
We go back to the setting up.
Setting up, okay.
So, our time to get there was 5 o'clock. And I got there at 5 o'clock.
I know. You were so good.
Photo booth and Ami got there at least half an hour late.
Oh, no, I got there much later than that.
Yeah, at least half an hour late.
I got there much later than that.
So, I think you got there 5:50.
I got there right before 6, yeah. I got there at 6, essentially.
So, I was taking stuff from my house to the venue.
Yeah.
And we had bought this full-length mirror.
Yeah.
And it's like, what? At least 5 feet tall?
Oh, no, it's like 6 foot tall.
6 foot tall?
It's taller than me. It's
Okay.
a full length mirror. I love that you're looking at it.
Oh, yeah, I'm looking at it.
We have it here.
Looks like it's 6.5, somewhere around there.
Yeah, it's a tall mirror.
And it's pretty wide, too.
Yeah.
Like 4 feet at least.
4 foot wide?
Yeah, wide.
No.
Left to right.
Yeah, that's... Oh, well, okay. I don't know.
Okay, anyways.
It's a big mirror.
It's a big mirror. And this mirror was not fitting in my car, whether it was standing up on its side, face down, sideways, nothing.
Yeah.
I had to angle it diagonally for it to fit.
Yes.
And I had to put down my back seat and the front passenger seat.
Mm-hmm.
And it was laying diagonally against the doors, and then it stopped right
on your ear,
right here on my neck. Okay.
It's like diagonal this way.
So like I could turn to see my side view mirror, and I could turn to see my other side view mirror. But as soon as I'd hit like a bump or something, it would just cack me in the neck. Like literally, like when I'd be stopped at like stop signs or like red lights, I'll just be resting my head on it. I'm just like, this sucks. But it worked.
Yeah.
And I have a small car, so that's why it was really hard. But
a compact car.
I was able to bring that along with a bunch of other stuff.
You had the favors.
The favors. I had the Pokeballs and the storybooks.
Mm-hmm.
The favors actually weighed a lot too.
Yes.
I had the Switch and some other gifts for the sponsors.
Yes.
Yeah. So I brought that all into my car by myself, and then I had to take it out of the car by myself. Luckily, Noel, he was able to help me bring the mirror inside.
Okay.
And that was the only thing he helped with.
Yeah.
Everything else I had to bring in by myself. And I was like, great. And so I was like stalling for time because I was the only one there. And I was like, I don't know where these people are, either Ami or the photo booth person. And they were like, so where are they? Are they coming still? What time are they going to be here? I'm like, I don't know. Like, stop bothering me.
Yeah.
But yeah. After I brought everything in, I had to stall for more time. So I ended up opening up the box of favors.
Yes.
And started putting those out on each
which was a big help.
Charger plate.
Yeah, because I didn't want, the last thing I wanted was us to like put that on a table, and then because notoriously if you put that on a table for people to just pick up, they don't see it or they don't realize it, and then we would have been stuck with hundreds of our favors. So and I think you either texted me or you called me and you asked me, and I said no. If our venue lets you put those things on each individual chair or seat or charger plate, in this case, because I was like, I don't want to take so many home. Now, granted, we did get more than what our guest count was. That was very intentional, but I was, like I said, I didn't want to come home with a surplus of it just because we put it on a table and then it wasn't acknowledged. Which is what happened with some other things, but we'll talk about that later.
Yeah. And so by the time I started putting the favors on the charger plates, like 5 minutes in, our photo booth person came in, and he said, "What's up?" He brought his stuff in, started setting up.
Yep.
And I was getting ready to get through all of the favors, and like by the last table, Ami finally had gotten to the venue.
Right.
And then I was like, oh my gosh, they keep bothering me about when you're coming and all this. And so they had a bunch of questions still to ask.
Yeah.
And so I was like, please answer these questions for them, because I don't know.
I was having a mental breakdown when all this was happening. And to be honest, I didn't forget it, but I have blocked it from my mind, because this is one of those things that I'm definitely not proud of. I like to think that throughout this whole process, relatively speaking, I was organized, and relatively speaking, I was on top of it. But this particular moment, I was not. We got massively delayed, and by delay there was just things that happened throughout the course of the day, and I probably should have allotted myself a little bit more time to handle potential delays in that sense, and I did not. I had a very specific schedule. And so, long story short, I had to finish, and I finished the seating chart. It didn't take that long. It was just the printer didn't work, and then this wasn't working, and then I couldn't get this, and then this was this, and this and that, and this and that. And it just, all the things that could have gone wrong with this dang seating chart went wrong. Now, I am very glad and very happy with our seating chart. I like the way it turned out. It was very, very simple, but it was effective, I think, and that was all I cared about. Because it was not, I didn't want it to be anything fancy. I didn't want it to be something like people take a picture of. It was just I just want this to be a clear, concise thing. But obviously, wedding related. One of the cool things I did, so it was a DIY seating chart. I bought a giant black canvas, and I printed out each list of names per table. So it was table 1, list of names, table 2, list of names. And then I cut them out just very simply with we have a paper cutter here. Cut them out with a simple paper cutter just for straight lines, nothing crazy. Stuck them on with some cute stickers I found at Hobby Lobby, as well as put on little pearl details around it, because it's wedding. And that was it. I didn't even put a title. I didn't even put seating chart or anything witty or whatever. But it was big and effective, and we had a lot of people who are older, and so I didn't want them to be struggling to read a tiny print of their name, and it was it was good. And all of that to say, had a huge mental breakdown about that, because it was not working. I think the first time I printed it, the dimensions were wrong. The second time I printed it, the ink didn't come out right. The third time I printed it, it finally came out right, and then I had to cut everything and put it all together.
Gotcha.
All in all, if it didn't go awry, it's a 30-minute DIY. It's the fastest thing you could do, because I had all the supplies. I had literally everything was just a pre-done sticker. I had these cute little mirror stickers and cute little bow stickers. Didn't make them at all. I just bought them as is, and you just gotta stick it on, literally like a child's play. But because of everything that went wrong with the printer, that's what delayed me, and I couldn't really leave without the seating chart. On top of that, I was supposed to have help loading my car and bringing items. I did not have that help due to unforeseen circumstances. And so then by the time I was done with the seating chart, I still had to load my car. I had the TV, and I had the seating chart, and I had some other thing. I don't even remember what I had, but I had a couple of things, and so it took me time to go back and forth and back and forth. Oh, I had the keyboard. And the stand and the speaker and the, not necessarily that I needed help as in I couldn't physically do it, but I had planned for having help so that it would be a quick load in, unload, and that was not the case. So then, that night, me, you, and the photo booth and your groomsmen, we were there an hour.
2 hours.
2 hours.
Oh, I was there 2 hours. You guys were there for an hour.
An hour, yeah. And I feel really bad because it was supposed to be a quick 30, 45-minute thing. But our venue was very, very kind and accommodating, and they let us kind of do what we had to do and set everything up. Also, the thing that kind of threw us off again was I was supposed to have Amazon deliveries that were in addition to the gifts that we got for our sponsors.
Okay.
They did not get delivered in time. So I didn't get them till they came that day, but it came after I had already left.
Right.
So day of, that was another like bag that we had to bring so that I can add it to the sponsor stuff or whatever, which in hindsight wasn't like that terrible. Like we got there with plenty of time to do that, but it was also just like it would have been nice that would have been done and I wouldn't have had to worry about it. So, but that was kind of just I can't control Amazon. I can't control the deliveries. So yeah, that was, again, that night was kind of like I'm not proud of that because like I said, throughout this whole process, I think I've been pretty diligent, about keeping on top of everything. And then that was just a day that it didn't work out. And I was like, oops, okay. gotta adjust and figure this out. And thankfully we were able to get everything that we needed done. Even though our photo booth guy did have a slight mishap with your letter, but we fixed it, so it was fine. We brought two letters to put in the background of our photo booth for our names, and one of the letters broke as he was hanging it. So it was just like, oh, okay. Thankfully, we kind of adjusted, and it was fine. So I was like, all right, I'm not gonna stress about it. And they made it work, so I was like, all right.
Yep. So like the venue essentially kicked us out like around 6:50.
Yeah. They hadn't had dinner or anything. They were tired.
Yeah, they were like, we got to go back before 7.
Yes.
So I was like having you and photo booth person hurry up because I was like, yo, they're kicking us out.
Yeah.
And so after we left, I was like, oh, I have to go pick up Mikey.
You had to go pick up
from the airport. Yeah. And he had texted me earlier that morning. He was like, yo, are you cool with picking me up? I was like, yeah, I'll let you know once I get done with at the venue. And of course, Mikey being Mikey, he texts me again later on in the day. He's like, yo, you still good to pick me up? I already said yes. I just needed to tell you when I was done.
Right. So
then he lands actually before I even get in the car.
Okay.
And he was like, yo, I'm here. We just landed. Let me know when you get to the airport.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, why? Just tell me where you're going to be because you're already there. Right, and I'm going to pick you up wherever.
Yeah.
So he was like, oh, I'm going to be at number 3. And so I still have to tell him, oh, I'm outside.
Yeah.
Like, why don't you just wait for me outside?
Because it's cold.
It wasn't that cold. It was actually 60 still.
Oh, it was warm the 2 days before.
Yeah.
Right.
So, I mean, Mikey being Mikey, he needs me to tell him what to do.
Yeah.
So,
that is very Mikey.
Picked them up. He tells me about his trip in DC and him going down to Florida.
Yeah.
And then, I drive him back up to the apartment, which, if you guys haven't noticed by now, this is the new setup.
Yeah. It's all still very much pending because all of the computer setup and stuff is still very much like, we're figuring it out.
So the camera is here, but we keep looking at ourselves on the computer.
I'm not looking over there.
I am.
Yeah. This is all, and so like we threw up one Mr. and Mrs. Pillow. I was so proud of this find. I finally found a 2026 version of this. And we're sitting not on our couch, but in front of our couch. So background to be determined, but this is kind of the initial setup in our new place. We're very excited to be here. Obviously, like this is like having our own place is really, really nice.
Yeah. And
I was telling you guys in previous episodes, like me moving and all that stuff. So this is it. We're here, and it's really fun.
Yep. So I gave Mikey the tour, brought him here, showed him like every room. And then we ended up actually just eating like some leftover chicken as our dinner.
Oh yeah.
And then
the rotisserie chicken or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you stopped by.
Oh, this was much later though.
Yeah.
So after we dropped off everything at the venue, I actually met up with my family because my dad called. My dad was calling me. He's just like, we're eating dinner. I was like, I'm at the venue right now. I cannot, please do not disturb. I just put do not disturb on my phone. And so I met up with my family at one of our favorite Korean restaurants and attempted to have dinner. At this point, I'm not going to lie, y'all. So, and thankfully, all of this changed day of the wedding. But so Wednesday night, and actually Wednesday when I woke up, I was kind of starting to feel achy. And I was like, oh, I'm really tired. I'm really tired and I'm really starting to feel it. So by Wednesday night, I was and it was cold, cold at night. And so it was I was getting really, really cold and I just wasn't feeling good. And I started taking Tylenol that day, earlier in the day, thinking oh, it's just muscle aches because I'm tired. I'm fine. Everything is fine. And at this point, I'm literally sitting at the dinner table, sitting at this restaurant with my family. I am falling asleep as I'm eating, I'm falling asleep into my boiling soup. But that's how exhausted, at this point, I was physically and mentally exhausted. And I knew that you were picking up Mikey. And so when I separated, so after dinner, we went all to Walmart to pick up our flower girl stockings because she needed stock because it was cold. And so we picked up her stockings and her little, she got it wasn't nail polish, it was little nail stickers.
Okay.
She had, because when she saw that me and grandma got our nails done, she said, I want that. So then we got her little nail stickers, which were very, very cute. And so after that, we all kind of separated. I was like, all right, I'll see you guys tomorrow. And at this point, it was 9. And I still had to pick up Mo at 11 or 12. Yep. So then I came home here to the apartment I met up with so I could see Mikey. And then obviously I kind of was just lying comatose on the couch, just half awake. And then I set an alarm for 11 or something. And yeah, and then I got up and then left to go pick up Mo. And then we came home. And somehow, I don't know, I was awake enough to still talk to Mo until 1 or 2 in the morning. That's the thing. Yeah. It's my energy level was based on the people that I was with. So I haven't seen Mo in months. And so when I saw her, obviously I'm excited and happy again. But on the inside, I'm dying. I was exhausted. So then come Thursday morning when Mo and I wake up, oh buddy, I was telling Mo, I was I think I'm getting sick. So when I get sick, especially if I'm having fever or whatever, the base of my neck, where your lymph nodes are, and my underarms get really, really sore because that means your body's working because your lymphatic system is creating white blood cells and blah 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 blah. But I was telling Mo, I was I don't feel good. I don't feel good at all. And she's no, you cannot get sick. You're literally getting married in a day. And I was yeah, I don't know about all that. I feel like garbage. I felt like death. I did not feel good at all. And so, we split a hydrolyzer water or whatever like that. And then I popped more Tylenol. And then we went out our day, finalizing errands and different things. Met up with mom and dad, finalizing more errands, blah, 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 blah. And then we had to get ready for rehearsal dinner. And then you left before I did.
Right. So yeah, after we got done eating dinner here, we saw you come in, and then you were kind of in and out, and
barely.
You finally just laid down. And we were okay, so you're get some rest. You're gonna go sleep. Make sure you set a timer or whatever alarm. And then I'll take Mikey home. So I took him home. After that, I went home. And actually, throughout the entire day Wednesday, I got nothing done for wedding planning.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, because I had to help my mom clean out the spare bedroom so that her friends could stay in the room. And that took forever because not only was I like cleaning the room, I had to move all the boxes that I had for my eBay business, and then I had to take out some of the items that I was selling out of the room, and then I had to hide like all of the stuff that was just out in the room into the closets. And then my mom ended up changing the linens on the bed. She ended up throwing away the pillows that were stuck inside the windows that my brother put up like years ago to block out the sun on the room. That's when he used to have that room to himself.
Interesting.
And my mom was just like, oh, there's so much stuff in here. Let's just throw it away. And I'm just like, huh? Who are you? You don't ever say that.
Yeah.
You're like, for the longest time, my mom didn't even want me to throw anything away from the house. And now she's just like, just throw it away. We don't need it.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. Yeah. So we ended up throwing away a couple of things. And then finally got the room ready. By the time the room was ready, it was like 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
And I was like, I haven't got anything done yet. I haven't got...
You were supposed to join us for flowers.
Yeah. I haven't got like any of the things that I needed to bring over to the wedding reception venue into the car yet.
Yeah.
And like I was like, I don't even know where everything's at yet. Yeah. So I had to call you and like sort things out.
To be fair, I think I did a pretty good job of...
Oh, you did, definitely. But like the list that you sent me, I was like, okay, this doesn't make sense. Spoons. What spoons do I need? Like, I can bring you metal spoons, I can bring you plastic spoons, I can bring you spoons that you had put aside. I just didn't know what the spoons were.
Spoons for desserts.
Yeah. So then you had to clarify that, and then, some other things. But everything was, like, pretty much all in the same vicinity. So that was a good plus.
You're welcome. I tried so hard.
But, yeah, struggling with that mirror. Oh, my gosh. Anyways. Thursday, skipping into Thursday, I don't know, I think I woke up at like 6 still, even though I went to sleep at like 12 or 1.
Yeah, we slept late.
But yeah, that's when I actually started getting things done because I had to clean out the room.
Yeah.
And I left because I was starting to do my errands, and then I'd called you up. And you were just waking up with Mo. And I was like, hey, you guys hungry?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, this was very sweet. And this helped, too. I think having something that wasn't... Because, like, I ate dinner the night before, but, like, literally I had sabao and rice. Like, I wasn't actually eating my food. And I was running on fumes at this point. So Chiggy did go very kindly and graciously to Chick-fil-A to pick me and Mo up. Not breakfast because it was already too late, but
yeah, it was like 11 already.
We did want the little breakfast. What do they call the little bite ones? They're so good, but we missed the time frame, so I just asked for chicken nuggets.
Yeah, we all got nuggets and fries and a drink.
Yeah. And that was before Mo and I... What did we do that day? Oh, Mo and I went to Costco to get the desserts for the wedding, which was, that was a thing. So we had a separate dessert table at the actual at the wedding because we had sliced cake for the guests, which... I guess they served all the cake because we didn't get...
Yeah, we didn't get any.
I was about to say, we only brought the cake home that was our wedding cake.
Correct.
So we had 2 separate cakes. We had our wedding cake, and then we had the everyone else wedding cake.
Yes.
And I don't know. I guess they served all of it, which is nice.
Yeah. I would assume they would have gotten rid of all of it because it was actually really good cake. Yeah.
We got Paris baguette cake. So it was very, very nice. But again, we're kind of skipping ahead. Sorry, there's just a lot to the story. So Mo and I went to Costco to pick up a bunch of assorted desserts. I got macarons, cheesecake, cookies, and I think that's it. We didn't go too crazy, but it was just, enough to kind of, we did also have leche plan, which was handmade and made with so much love and care, and I feel so bad. She lost so much sleep last week. My aunt very, very kindly and graciously made like sheets and sheets of leche flan, which is flan essentially. She handmade all of it for our wedding, which was so kind and gracious of her. And she, which it kind of worked out nicely too, because then Mo and I dropped off all the desserts with her, so that when she brought it to the venue, she had everything, and she just had to. And then the plates and spoons were already there, so it was all good to go. But yeah, that was another thing. And I actually didn't eat leche flan at the wedding, but we do have extra. Thankfully, she did save some for us, so we do have extra from the wedding, which was, again, very, very kind and gracious of her. She literally spent like days, like the whole week essentially, just prepping and making all of it for our wedding, which was really sweet. And
cool.
yeah, so that was Thursday for me before the rehearsal.
Yeah. So after I dropped off the Chick-fil-A here at the apartment, we ate it all together.
Yeah.
And then I went out and did my errands. I had to go over to the bank to withdraw money for the vendors to pay them all out. So I had to get separate envelopes for each one, and then put their money inside the envelope and then label it so I don't forget which one's which.
Who's, yeah.
Yep. And then that didn't take too long, but there were a couple of people in line in front of me.
Yeah.
So I did have to wait. Then I went over to the Punsit vendor.
Yeah.
I had to get them to sign a waiver form. Basically, it's just a form of liability that the wedding reception venue is not liable for anything that happens to any of the guests when they eat the punsit.
Yeah.
And so I brought it over there. I didn't get the owner, so the person that I spoke to had to take it back to the back room and ask them.
Yeah.
And then they were like, "Can I just sign for the owner?" I was like, "Yes, it doesn't matter."
Yeah. It's just knowing that that's what the waiver form is for.
Right. So I got the liability form signed by the vendor.
Right.
And then I had to, before I left the house for the day, I had to get a USB drive and put all of our pictures on it for a slideshow that the venue was going to put on their TV screens.
Yeah, that they play throughout the event.
Which I forgot to bring the day before.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
So they were gracious enough to be like, "Hey, you can still drop it off. Just put it on a hard drive or a flash drive, and just stick it into our mailbox tomorrow." And so that's what I did. After going to the Punsit vendor, I went over to the wedding reception venue, dropped it off in the mailbox, and I saw their car outside, so I didn't want to just go up into the door and start knocking. So I left it in the mailbox, and as I was about to leave, they came out, and they just confirmed with me that, "Hey, did you leave the flash drive there?" I was like, yes, I did actually. So that was cool because I didn't have to text you and let them know that I had dropped it off.
That it was dropped off, yeah.
So that went smoothly.
Nice.
And then I actually forgot that I had to do something else. So when I left the wedding reception venue, I remembered that I had to check into the hotel for our videographer.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
We
so
got a hotel for them.
We booked the hotel for them so that they can stay the night and the night after.
Yeah. Our videographer was from out of town.
Yeah. So they traveled by car. And I got the room key from them. So actually, the hotel check-in starts at 4 p.m. And by the time I got to the hotel, it was 1. So I walked in. And I was just like, "Hey," talk to the person at the front desk. Like, "Hey, is there any way that I could get my room key for the night early?" And they're like, "Sure. Do you have your reservation?" I was like, "Yes, it's under blah, blah, blah."
Yeah.
And they were like, "Okay, do you have your ID?" And I gave them my ID, and they were like, "Okay, sure, we can check you in."
Nice.
And I was like, "Whoa.
That's really early."
Really? That's really early. That's 3 hours early.
Yeah.
But they went ahead and accommodated me, gave me my room key, asked me how many keys I wanted, and I said 3.
Yeah.
So there were 2 two people that were coming into the room, the videographer and then
a second shooter,
a second person.
Yeah.
So each of them get a key, and then I would get a key, so there would be 3 total.
Right.
So after I got the keys, I went and checked out the room, because they were like, oh, your room is actually on the first floor at the end of the hallway.
Nice.
So I was like, okay, let me go check it out. Went in there. It's supposed to be a room, 2 queen beds, and that's all I knew about it. So I went into the room, got in, and I was like, whoa, this is nice. They had a sink outside with a pretty big refrigerator.
Okay.
It was like almost as tall as me.
Yeah.
But usually you get like those square small fridges that
like
you'd
a little under, yeah
that you could stick inside a cabinet or something. But this was it's freestanding fridge.
Right.
Had both fridge and freezer, so that was a plus. For whatever reason, they also had a dishwasher, even though there was no full kitchen.
Yeah.
But hey, you have a dishwasher, whatever. Of course, the 2 queen beds. They had a desk, and then they had a pull-out table.
Okay.
A TV. They had a sofa. There was a 3-person sofa, and then there was an ottoman in the middle. And then they had a full-length mirror next to that. And yeah, it was just like, bro, for what you guys got, you guys better be happy, because this room was nice.
It was a suite, not just a room.
Yeah, still.
Which is nice.
I wasn't expecting that, but hey,
yeah,
it was still a good deal.
It was.
Yeah. So after I got all that done, went back home. When I got there, all the aunties and uncles were already in the kitchen, chatting it up, eating. And they're like, hey, how are you? Blah, 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 blah. Making small talk. And then I finally got back upstairs to start thinking about what to write for our letters that we were going to exchange on the day of.
Yes.
Yep. And so it took me from that time up until we had to go to the dinner.
Well, we had to go to chapel first.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. So from that time until I had to go pick you up to go to the chapel,
right?
I was just thinking about what I was gonna write for that letter.
Oh, okay.
So I typed it out on my computer. It's saved there on the computer.
Oh,
okay.
Nice.
And then
I still have it, but yeah.
Yeah, and then I got ready and went over to pick you up.
Yep.
And I was like, oh, I told you to be ready by 3:30. I'm now leaving the house. We're going to be late.
Right. So you came to pick me up here at the apartment. I was here with Mo, and we had to go to the chapel to do one more thing before our rehearsal dinner.
Right.
Now, Mo was taking my car to the rehearsal dinner, and she was going to follow Mom and Dad, but also she was going to help because I have a bigger car. They were going to load the flowers that were needed to bring to the chapel for the rehearsal, so that after the rehearsal they could start setting up the flowers for the wedding. Now, it was like this whole big deal because like trying to coordinate cars and rides with my family. I have a very big family here in Virginia, so like trying to coordinate who was riding where. Like we already had to okay, you're taking care of the desserts for this, and you're doing this, and who's riding here, and blah blah blah. So we got it down. So my parents came to pick up. Or not pick up, but carpool with Mo. So they came here. Mo followed them to my uncle's place where they could get the flowers, and then they would just hold on to it at the rehearsal dinner.
Right.
And then we had rehearsal dinner, and then we would go to the chapel where they would unload and all that stuff. So now the rehearsal dinner.
Yeah.
So you and I showed up at the rehearsal dinner. We came to the chapel because we were doing our thing, and then my parents and Mo got there early, but they got there because my parents very graciously took care of the rehearsal dinner for us.
Right.
And so this to me was kind of like all the checks have been checked, all the T's have been crossed, all the I's have been dotted, and now we're coming into this restaurant, and we just get to act like bride and groom at this point. I was like, I don't have to theoretically, I don't have to really think about anything. It's just like, because now this is it, right?
Yeah.
Literally rehearsal dinner into rehearsal, and then the next day is wedding.
Right.
So at the rehearsal dinner, we were so blessed because it was just like, I don't know. I mean, to be fair, I did not do anything. My parents took care of it, but it was like, because everything was done. We did everything, and then everyone was like coming in, and it was just reunion central. So like, we're hugging all of our aunties, we're hugging all of our uncles, handshakes were being thrown, like, you know, all the groomsmen and the bridesmaids were coming in. Shout out to the one bridesmaid who thought the rehearsal dinner was at 7 when it was at 6, but she still made it with her husband, and we love her for that. And yeah, and it was lovely and great and wonderful, and we were just in a room literally surrounded by like our people. It was really, really cool. We also got to eat. I very specifically wore a dress that was like very stretchy, so like I was like, I get to eat, and I did, because like it's like, what difference does it make? I'm still gonna fit in the dress.
Yeah.
So it was like, you know, and it was really, I don't know, I can't speak for you, I can speak for myself. This was when when we were sitting down and I was just looking around the room, I was like, oh, this is it. Like, it was sinking in, like, not just like the whole us getting married or whatever, but I was like, oh, yeah, everyone's here. Everyone, this is happening. Like, we've all made it from whatever, whether you had to travel, whether you didn't have to travel, whether you were planning or where you weren't planning, whether you were helping us with this or not helping or whatever it was. We all gathered together in this one rehearsal dinner to sit down and eat. And we were just in the room with our people. And I was like, oh, this is cool. Like, this is really, really cool. And I wasn't emotional, but it was just like I said, it felt like, felt very complete. Like, all of a sudden I was like, okay, this is it. Like, we gotta, this is what we've been planning for this whole time. And so dinner was really, really lovely. You know, I was able to I did my best to like greet everyone and try to be an accommodating hostess, so to speak, which is what, you know, in our culture, that's something that's really, really important. You have to acknowledge, not just acknowledge, but just, you know, show your gratitude to your people. And so, you know, I tried to do that. Shout out to Mo and to you for like reminding me, don't forget to eat, don't forget to drink, take a seat, do this, whatever. Also, up until this point, I was not feeling great, but Mo came in clutch and brought in like a whole clutch of Tylenol and like a vitamin whatever or other, and I was like, okay. So and once I started eating, I kind of felt better, and then the Tylenol kicked in and I felt a lot better. It was also getting really cold, so I was like, you know, trying to fight that. But like when we were at the chapel, I don't know if I told you this, I was in a lot of pain and I was trembling a lot because I was like, I felt like I was on death's door. I was like, I don't feel great at all.
Yes, there was a lot of things going on at the dinner. One thing that I myself, and I'll admit this, I could not get used to greeting everyone.
What do you mean?
Like actually going up to every single person, saying hi, thank you for coming, giving them a hug, handshake, kiss, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm not used to doing any of that.
You act like I am. I just know that I had to.
Yeah, but still, I mean, like, I would say
I had to. That sounds horrible, but like, you know, out of it's the right thing to do.
Yeah, for me, like, if I were to greet someone that was coming into the restaurant,
sure,
and if I did it my way, I'd just be like, hello po. That's it. Like, no, you guys were like, oh no, you have to go and greet them, handshake, kiss, hug, whatever. And I was just like, oh, this is new to me.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I grew up very old school, you know this.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say this out loud, and I hope our guests do not get offended, but there were almost 200 of you, so I had a formula so that it could make my life easier. And it wasn't that I wasn't genuinely interested in what you had to say. I just had to formulate it. And also it was kind of like a da-da-da-da-da, next, da-da-da-da, next, da-da-da, because I had to greet every single one of them. Right. And it started at the rehearsal dinner with a hi, hello, how are you? If they were local, did you have a good day today? How was work? Did you come straight from work? I hope the traffic wasn't bad. And then whatever they say. Okay, well, please, please enjoy the food. If you need anything, please don't hesitate to let me know or let my parents know. We can accommodate and talk to the restaurant. Next, if they weren't local, hi, hello, how are you? When did you come in? How was the flight? Was the flight okay? Were there any delays? I heard that there were some weather issues. How do you feel? Is it cold here for you, or are you okay? Do you need us to bring you extra coats or whatever? Were you able to check into your hotel? And then, oh, okay. Then you wrap up. Oh, okay. Please enjoy the food. If you need anything, please let us know. Let my parents. It's all the same. It's all the same, but then just slide to the next, slide to the next, slide to the next. And then, at least for me, what I tried to do was once I kind of said, for the most part, said that to everyone, I tried to walk around to the tables. I think I probably missed 2 tables. And by 2 tables, I mean, I missed the minister's table because when I walked by, they were very, very serious. And I was like, I'm not going to even look at you guys if you guys are that serious. I missed the minister's table, and then I missed our groomsmen, the extra table for the groomsmen. I didn't talk to them, but then I did go around the room, and I went to talk to, I literally started in the back of the room, and then I made my way back to the front. It's like I went to, in the back corner of the room was one of my bridesmaids with her family, talked to them, hung out with them for a little bit, and then I went over to the next table, and then we were talking about music and stuff, and it was like I kept it, like I kind of kept a mental timer of like keep this to like 120 seconds or so, but I touched every table outside of the 2. I touched every table and had a conversation that wasn't a greeting conversation. So it was like, okay, after the second table, then I went to the third table. That's where I asked my bridesmaid's husband to help at the chapel. I mean, and it was kind of like having like, I wouldn't say in-depth conversations, but having like a conversation with our guests. So then that way it was a whatever. You and Mo say that I'm a social butterfly. No, it really is a formula. No, it's a formula. You just gotta follow the formula. So then.
No. If you were like us, you would have just sat down and just waved at everyone while
and I
at
would
your
have
chair.
gotten walloped in the face by my own mother.
Well,
there's absolutely no way.
It is what it is. But me, Mo, and Best Man were just chilling at our table, like chatting it up, eating, and we were just watching you just doing your thing, and we were like, "Ooh, that's exhausting."
Yeah, it really was. When and just as like I know we're kind of like wrapping up the other stuff, but like as a tangent, like post wedding, the last like 2 or 3 days, I've done nothing but eat and sleep. Like, I mean, we've been moving Chiggy's stuff over, but like I have been useless because like the recovery post wedding, the social recovery post wedding, it's a lot. It's a lot. I still feel tired, but like not in a bad way, but just like as much as I can face extroverted, I know internally I'm very introverted. I just know how to put up face because I've been taught how to put up face. And that's not a bad thing. I think that helps me a lot in situations like this. But it's also just like my social battery was like exhausted by like halfway through the wedding. And you just had to keep up because you couldn't. I can't not, just because I hit halfway through the gas, it's like I got to keep going. And so I was definitely running on fumes by the end, but not, I mean, grateful throughout the whole thing. So, but yeah, we've kind of just been going. We will do the next part of, this is just a whole wedding saga, I guess, but it's so nice because it's like, we kind of recapped after the wedding, but I've been in recovery mode and he's been moving and there's just like a lot still kind of cleaning up and going on. So, I guess in the next part we'll actually get into the rehearsal and then the wedding. Yee!
Yeah. Exciting. So this will be it for episode 1 of the wedding saga.
Yeah.
Episode 2 will be everything after the dinner.
Yeah.
And I have a story from the dinner going to the chapel for the rehearsal.
Oh, don't we all?
And then we
had 2 mental breakdowns.
Yeah.
On 2 separate sides.
And then we'll go from there all the way up until
actual wedding.
before the actual ceremony.
Oh,
so getting ready in the morning up until our drive to the chapel.
And the pillow.
Yep. And then episode 3 will be everything after, or from the ceremony up until the end of that night.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Anything else you want to add before we wrap up?
No. We hope you guys enjoy this. We are kind of in a very conceited mode right now talking about ourselves and the wedding, but it has been an amazing weekend/week with all of our friends and family and everyone who has loved and supported us throughout the years, and most importantly, you know, on this very special day where we got to finally get married. We hope you guys look forward to the future episodes. We hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Please let us know in the comments down below if you have if you have any funny stories from your pre-wedding prep and all that stuff. We hope continue to like, comment, and subscribe. Sorry guys, I'm so all over the place. Like, comment, and subscribe on the episode, and let us know what you guys look forward to in this wedding saga episode situation we have going on. But yeah, we will talk to y'all later.
Bye.